YouTube channel. Click subscribe. Here we are. I don't know how to... And my grandma babysat us all the time because my...
Hey, CJ.
Hey, G, what's up?
I was wondering if we could do a studio tour today.
Okay.
Our viewers want to see it.
I'm up for anything.
Yeah, let's show them what it looks like.
This is the ESPN radio studio. There's Mr. Robinson.
Always here.
Always. This is the lobby. This is the very fancy lobby where we entertain guests.
And honestly, I had a funny question. What would you say your ideal weekend looks like? What do you love to do on the weekend?
It depends on what time of year. If it's summer, warm weather, I like to get up and exercise right away. And then I like to have a really delicious, healthy lunch and sit in my backyard with my fountain. And then, believe it or not, later on the day, maybe go for a run or a hike and sit in the backyard and have dinner. Go down to the beach. I go to the beach every day. So that's definitely whatever the weather is, I go to the beach every morning.
I mean, that sounds like a pretty good weekend.
Yeah.
Let's keep going. Let's see what else there is.
This is where the owner sits with all his memorabilia. We don't go in this area. This is not the CJ Silas Show area. It's off limits. We should put like caution tape.
We should. What would you say like your favorite drink to start off the morning is? What is your go-to drink?
I drink warm lemon water every single day.
Every single day.
But then I have a yerba mate, which is a tea that has 26 nutrients and minerals. It's a grassy tea. I think it originated in Brazil, but there are some kids from Cal Poly that actually created their own brand, and it's made here in San Luis Obispo. I have that with either coconut milk or hazelnut milk or milked walnuts. But if I'm splurging, I do like a turmeric latte once in a while.
That sounds super good.
So this is where the interns sit. This is all this computer stuff that we don't use.
And CJ, what would you say your favorite segment of the CJ Silas Show is? BHM, Don't Be a Richard, Weekly Impressions. What do you look most forward to?
Well, I think I like the weekly impressions if it's something I'm really passionate about. I do like hashtag Don't Be a Richard because I like hashtag Don't Be a Richard. I don't love finding people that are acting like dicks in the business, but I do like that. But I think the most important segment of our show now is BHM because brown and black history has been forgotten for so long, and if we don't start giving it to people and offering the information, it might be forgotten, and I don't want that. So I would say that's the closest to my heart.
Nice. Okay, let's see what's back here.
So it's always hot in here in San Luis Obispo. For some reason, there's no air circulation, so this is the big-ass fan.
Love it.
And this is kind of where I work. This is our studio computer that's live, and then this is our working computer, our production computer, where if we take things like any segments, that's the CJ Silas Show, or commercials, it's here. And then this is how we run the show. The show goes through this computer console, live on the air.
And another question, what would you say your funniest intern story is? What is such a funny memory that you can't forget it?
Definitely when Dylan fell asleep on the show. Come on.
We always talk about it.
Dylan falling asleep on the show. Oh, I would say years ago, I had a high school intern who came in the smallest shorts and the littlest top. I was like, and it was my only female intern. And the boys were so distracted, and I didn't know what to say because you don't want to make her uncomfortable, but it was so awkward. Needless to say, I haven't had many high school interns since then.
And another question, while you drink your
turmeric
latte, what would you say your most memorable college experience doing journalism in college was? Like, what sticks with you the most?
It's probably the summer between my junior and senior year at Syracuse. I came back west and I went to a sportscaster camp at Loyola Marymount University in Westchester in LA, and I got to interview Casey Jones. Casey Jones is someone a lot of you may not even know. I'm pretty sure he passed away. He was a legendary Boston Celtics head coach, one of the first black men in the NBA that was given a managerial coaching position, and he was so gracious. It was one of my first interviews, and I remember seeing him across the gym at Loyola Marymount and going, oh my gosh, that's Casey Jones. And none of the other kids at sportscasters camps had the guts to go over and ask him for an interview, so I was the first one to get him.
That is so cool.
So it wasn't really in college, it was in between summers.
Yeah, that's super cool. Anything else you want to show us today?
Well, this is where the chair slides.
It's where Mr. Rue's always sitting.
Mr. Robinson sits there. This is where we answer the phone when we have guests. This is really cool. This is one of my new sweatshirts.
Oh.
Check it out during the World Series. It's
Perfect timing.
because it's about the Dodgers, right?
Mm-hmm.
They started in Brooklyn, and now they're in LA.
I love it. Well, thank you for giving us a tour today.
Sure.
Okay, CJ, we're actually going to come back and do some rapid fire questions before we go. So
I didn't get the questions ahead of time.
No, so this is on the spot.
Okay.
What is your favorite color?
Blue.
Blue? I wonder why. And who is your favorite guest you've had on air?
I would say, Brett Saberhagen. He's a legendary baseball player, pitcher. He's been on recently. I've done so many interviews. I love Jessica Mendoza, Sarah Spain, Monica McNutt last year was great. There are just so many. I can't pick just one. I mean, over the years, you're gonna have to get back to me on that one.
Yeah. And what would you say is a quote that you live by every day?
Never give up.
That's a good one.
Or, I don't have to prove myself. I have to be myself.
Nice. And what would you say your favorite vacation spot is?
Manzanillo, Mexico. Kona, Hawaii.
Ooh. And what was your favorite sport to play as a kid?
Definitely baseball. No question.
And what's the funniest mishap that's happened while on air?
Well, definitely a sneeze. I think I cussed once, and it was funny but embarrassing.
Mm-hmm.
But there are times when I think I'm thinking faster than my mouth can talk. So those happen a lot, but I would say, I think I did have a sneezing fit once where I had like 8 or something and I just kept sneezing and sneezing. What are you going to do? It's live radio.
And last question, do you prefer the mountains or the beach?
Oh, the beach, no question. No question. I start my day at the beach and I finish my day at the coast every single day. That's why I live where I live. That's why I work as hard as I do, because I want to wake up with a cup of tea on the sand. Well, thank you so much. That was super fun. I appreciate you being interested in the CJ Silas Show studio tour. Stay tuned. Lots of cool content coming to our YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe and tell your friends.